Don't you be afraid.
First off, I want to say thank you for all the support we've been getting with our videos, our build videos, and the various games that we've been covering. I want to say thank you to everybody who's liked, subscribed, commented, disliked. It's really been appreciated. The feedback has been great. We've only been doing this for a couple months now, and we're growing. We want to continue to grow. We want to continue to give you build content and also expand into other avenues of the gaming world. But this is your boy Jamelio7 asking you to like, comment, subscribe. I want to say we get to 100 likes on this video, but without further ado, let's begin. This is your boy Jamelio7 with Sinister 7 Game. I just wanted to go over my Gamma Hawk build. This is version 2. I think I finally found a sweet spot for my defense, my health, and my damage. I'm also gonna go over each piece that I have. I'm gonna go over the pieces that I'm looking for to come, so I can have the final version of this build. But feel free to use this as a template for your Hawk build and change it as you need. Alright, so piece number 1 is the Faultless Spark Nanites, and I mostly use this for the Faultless Spark, and it gives you a 16.8 chance melee critical attacks granted heroic charge burst for all heroic. So basically, anytime you make physical contact, whether there's a takedown or light combo, heavy combo, slam, whatever, even with your heroics, you have a 16.8% chance to get a burst in all your counters with your heroics. It has might, resilience, or resolve on it. I haven't started upgrading it yet, mostly because I want a better piece. It has the right rolls on it as far as might, resolve, and resilience. Faultless Spark is cool. I also want rage recuperation, and then I want the plasma skill as well. So I'm a ways away from probably getting one of those, but I'm gonna keep looking. But I want it to look something like this one, this Faultless Invulnerability Nanite, but have the right stat rolls on it. I will want the heroic skill to replace the Faultless Invulnerability, but the plasma ignition and the rage recuperation to stay on. Alright, going down to the range slot. In the range slot, I have the Proficient Protection Enhancer, and again is might, resolve, and resilience. The proficient protection is real big, because a lot of times before you go into the fray, you can throw a rock at the enemies and you're able to Both get them with gamma radiation, and that spreads a dot throughout the group, and it also has a 21.2% chance to give you a defense buff for 12 seconds. So, and those are big, especially at the level we play at. We play on challenge 4, level 160 all the time. So a lot of times mobs are anywhere from 15 to 20 levels higher than us. So that's real big. Then you have Mighty Boom is an 8.5% increase of critical hit chance on power attacks, and that's mostly for the tectonic attack where he continuously slams the ground. For the defense slot, we have the reactive protection component, and this one is not the best role for what I'm trying to do. I will want it to have, again, might, resolve, and resilience, but this one only has resolve and intensity, which intensity isn't a bad skill at all. It helps with the build up of the gamma, and then it helps with the build up of the plasma. But the biggest parts of it for me is reactive protection, 24.7% chance to when taking damage to get a defense buff, and then courageous protection, a 53.3% chance to get another defense buff, and these can stack. So if something hits you hard enough to take, you can get 2 buffs at one time. The shock resistance, I probably would want something along the lines of like rage regeneration, and that basically gives you a 200%. Where is it? Do I have one here? I don't have one here. But it gives you a 200% willpower recovery increase. So that would be good. Alright, then we have the Bone Shakers Blitz Stimulator, and I pretty much like this one the way it is. And the only thing I may want would be to swap out the ramp. Well, I actually like this the way it is. It has all the stats I want. It has Bone Shakers Blitz, 20% chance, 20% increased damage while the Bone Shaker is active, which that's going with this build is always gonna be up. As you probably seen in the video, like I always have it up. And no, we don't use the ring of Nubla or whatever it's called. We don't use that ring. I really don't like it. We actually use the dark hole. But then you have the critical buff, which is a 26% chance to when you do a takedown to get a damage buff. And basically, because we're not running a 2000 melee rating like most builds that you see with the hoe, this gets us over that 2000. So when the buff activates on this skill, you have like a 7 or 8 second damage buff, and that gets you to about 2200. So you have all the tankiness of a tank Hulk, but you're also able to get dish out some good damage. Also, you can stack the rampage buff on it as well. So defeating 3 enemies in rapid succession. You could do that with the gamma clap. You could do that with the stranglehold. If you're able to kill 3 enemies all together, and you get a damage buff from that as well. So I love the way that worked out. I just got the dog hole. I'm using that, and I mostly want it for the first and second skill. I'm gonna get it up to +9, but I don't really foresee me using the third skill too much, unless I use it by accident. But you can look at the skills. Alright, then we were rocking a red ISO with 3 mites on it. I also have spin resistance on it, -50% reduction in heroic energy drain, and -25% in damage from spin attacks. And that's basically those Wolverine things. Those things can 2-shot you, or if they catch you at like mid health or like with just a quarter missing, they can kill you up to 20,000 willpower. So that's possible. Area impulse, 13.8% chance increase in stun damage from mid-air attacks. So basically, when you're trying to close a gap, when you just jump and attack, you get more stun damage. Then we have the orange ISO, which is giving me triple resolve, and it's giving me -4.8 damage reduction from all shock damage attacks. Again, that's mostly the Wolverine creatures. I hate those guys. And when I start upgrading it, it's going to give me a 13.8% increase in stun damage from power attacks, which is going to be big with my tectonic rage. Then we have the red ISO, which is giving me triple resolve, and it's giving me -4.8 damage reduction from all shock damage attacks. Again, that's mostly the Wolverine creatures. I hate those guys. And when I start upgrading it, it's going to give me a 13.8% increase in stun damage from power attacks, which is going to be big with my tectonic rage. Alright, so here are my heroic statistics. I have a melee rating of 1561, a damage rating of 641, critical chance rating of 9.0, a perk chance rating of 8.7. So altogether that would be about 17%. We have a heroic effectiveness of 641. That's a little low, but I'm gonna try to get it up. We have a critical damage rating of 151%. We have a max willpower of 20,000. I like 20,000 because 20,000 gives you those two large bars, so it's a little bit easier to manage. You know when you're at halfway, so I try to stick around 20,000. Also, with 20,000, you don't have to worry about if you do get caught by adaptor, which I hate those things as well. If you get caught by adaptor, they can't hit you with that 3-piece and you die, or hit you with a 2-piece with low enough health and you die. Between the defense buff, your armor, and 20,000 health, you'll be able to maintain through all that. If you look at the armor is 28.4%. Stun status meter is 43.8. I'm mostly getting that from that intensity, and we have stun resistance. So it's pretty decent amount of stun resistance. All of our heroic meters I left at 3.5. Didn't try to add anything extra because, like I said, between the dark hole and the faultless spark nanites, you pretty much always have your skills. Okay, so with my skills, my bone shaker modifiers I use are rampaging bone shaker. I also use savage heroism. For my stranglehold modifier, I use irradiated destruction. And I don't know if this is some kind of glitch or something, but I have 2 skills on this side. I have barbaric charge, which taunts enemies, and then I have the double strangle, which gives me two casts of it. For my thunderclap, I use ground 0 because I like to support the team as well as do dots on the opposing team. And I use Thunderclap Taunt, which taunts all enemies that aren't killed by the Thunderclap. For grab specialization, I use Durable Bludgeon. Grab specialization 2, I use Enhanced Grab. Takedown specialization, I use the Heroic Takedown Mastery. Projectile specialization, I use Wrecking Ball. I'm actually working on a build that's completely based around Wrecking Ball. For damage specialization, I use Meteoric Damage. For ethnicity specialization, I use Meteoric. For defense specialization, I use Raging Defense. And for damage specialization, I use Enhanced Damage. And for this one, I use Maximum Rage. Well, that's pretty much the whole build in a nutshell. I'm going to give you guys some more gameplay. Again, it's your boy Jamelio7, and I just want to thank everybody for the support. I've been doing this for about 2.5 months now. I'm already up to 450 subscribers. We're a real small gaming channel, but we're going to be playing everything. I'm really taking this on full time, and I just want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, help me to grow, help me to get better. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But until the next one, peace.